Okay, I think we're live. What's up? What raw chicken is really weird ingredient to put into my salsa. I know. No, that's the best ingredient to put into salsa. What's up, tomato? I'm sure my volume's like really high. How's it going? I just like threw everything together, and we're just like fucking like winging it right now, I guess is what we're doing. I don't know. You know, I could actually probably, I guess this is kind of like, this camera up here is kind of like blocking this, so maybe I should move this over here. I don't know, maybe I could put this somewhere else. Just fucking put me down here. Maybe that's better. I don't know. Maybe put this up here. My mic is going to be really garbage because I'm not using my normal mic. I'm just fucking using the camera's mic, so I know it's like going to be a great big pile of poop. You mean chicken winging it? No, we're not doing chicken wings, Ardorian. What the hell's wrong with you? Okay, it's not funny. Yeah, well, see now I'm like kind of partially blocking my cutting board here, and that ain't cool. I don't know. Whatever. I don't need this here. I can move this to the side. Just have to like lean over the frickin' counter to do it, I guess. Oh, maybe I could. Let's angle it. Oh man, now we're getting artsy. We're just fucking using 45-degree angles and stuff. Oh my goodness. What's up, Ardorian? How you doing? I gotta like. I think I'm gonna. Is it? I don't even know if you guys can like even hear the music over my voice. If I should just turn that. Maybe I should probably just turn that off. I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I can't even like tell what the hell's playing. It could be anything at all. Can hear the music? Yes. Okay. I guess I'll just leave it on. Because otherwise there's just nothing. It's just me, like here, making noise and shit, and that ain't. I don't know. That doesn't sound very good to me. Just me. I sound pretty terrible by myself. Balance is fine for me. All right. We'll probably do that. Leave it like it is. A brand new roguelike cooking game. Will Billy lose a roll in his fingers? Find out now. Oh my god. Hopefully I don't cut myself. That would suck. So yeah, I was gonna cook some chicken this afternoon before I started streaming, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll try and like get the stream set up, and we'll at least like, I don't know, like see how it goes. Obviously you guys are used to me having my hair down, but we're in a kitchen, okay? We need to have our hair tied back, okay? It's not completely unacceptable behavior to be having your hair flying around. So I guess I'm just gonna get started on cutting this chicken up. And a lot of times what I do is I would just like butterfly the chicken. But like the thing with that is like I'll butterfly one and then I'm just going to cut it into smaller pieces anyway. And the reason I'm going to do that is like, for one, like butterflying is like kind of it's not like a pain in the ass, but the chicken's going to end up cooking like a lot longer. No helmet for my beard. No, I know I don't have a. Yeah, if I had a hairnet, oh man, I'd put one on. Man, you know, I probably have a hairnet floating around somewhere, but I don't know where. I could probably stand to put a hat on, but I think it'll be okay. I'll take the risk of getting my hair in my food. So, but yeah, normally I can see my super awesome Cutco knife. Yeah, look at that, so awesome. It's got raw chicken all over it. What's up, Michi? How you doing today? This knife that I got. I actually got this knife from my dad like 5 years ago. He got it at a garage sale for $5. It's a shitty Cutco knife. It's actually not like the worst, but whatever. It's a knife and it's sharp and it cuts things. So I'll butterfly one of these, and then we're just gonna I'm gonna show you like what I'd normally do if I wasn't like in more of a hurry, is I'd butterfly it. And what that is like basically you're cutting it in half, like through the middle. And I kind of cut it a little unevenly there, but that's okay. All you have to do is like get it started, and then you can kind of like peel it apart, and then just kind of like run the knife through it. And like that's kind of what I normally do, and I just try to do that for like all the pieces. Because if you're just cooking like whole chicken breast on the fucking in the pan, like that sucks. You know what I mean? Because it just takes forever, and I ain't got time for that shit. So I always just cut it in half. I just butterfly it like that. Like butterflying it is like you leave it in one piece, but we're not doing that. Because I want this stuff to get done faster. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to kind of do some angle cuts into the chicken like this. And we're going to kind of get some like little chicken like medallions. So that way I can get this chicken like in and out of the pan a little bit faster. And a lot of times what I like to do, like if I'm cooking this like chicken like this, if I'm cutting them up, especially if I'm cutting them into smaller pieces, is I'll like kind of experiment with the chicken. And like, typically what I'm doing with my like pan-seared chicken is just doing like salt and pepper and just like with peanut oil, and like that's it. That's all that I'm normally going to be doing. Man, if I was a Cutco knife salesman, I would be on the fucking street. That's what I would be. Like, American chickens are giant mutants. Well, see, the fucking thing is like, dude, I got some chickens recently from Meijer, and they were absurd. Like the breasts, like this is a chicken breast. Like you can see it like compared to my hand. Like it's pretty big. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty big. But like the ones that I had gotten more recently from Meijer, I think I probably have some in the freezer. But I stopped using them. I stopped using them completely. Did you know this channel's not for scum, Rango? No, I'm just kidding. But like the other chicken that I got was like it's like 2.5 times as big, and it's like, it tastes like really not good. I don't know why. It tastes really freaking weird. You think this is great? Yeah, I think it's pretty fun. It's pretty crazy. Like I've talked about doing cooking kind of stream for a while, but we haven't actually gotten around to doing it, and I'm just like, you know what, I need to like just rip this bandage off already and just at least get one just to try. And again, we're just kind of continuing to cut these like kind of small little slices, just kind of cutting it at an angle, making sure not to cut myself. I'm not a professional chef or anything, but I do have a lot of experience in the kitchen. I worked at a restaurant, managed it for 10 years, so hopefully I don't goof up too bad. And just trying to get them all kind of even, so that way I don't end up with one piece that's like fucking huge, and then the rest is just smell. Chinese chickens are not so fleshy. No, I was just screwing with you, Rango. I'm not. No, I'm just goofing. It's all good, baby. Alright, that's probably pretty good. Like, that piece is maybe a little bit thick, but let's get to this other piece of chicken. Oh, we got chicken on the fucking counter now. Sanitization nightmare. We've got cross-contamination. Red alert! Just continuing to cut this up. And, you know, at this point I should probably have the stove going, because this stuff is pretty much ready to go. But what I like to do is I'll kind of like get a bunch of it like laid out on the cutting board here, and then I'll salt and pepper them on one side, and then I'll put them in the pan on that side, and then I'll salt pepper the other side while they're in the pan. But yeah, it's pretty fine. Like, it's not perfect or anything like that, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Whatever. It's just chicken. What's up, Celev? How's it going? Really on that early? I know, right? So I got raw chicken on my left hand here, so I'm gonna have to wash my hand. But I'm gonna turn on the oven with my right hand here. No, I think I want that burner. That was probably gonna be fine. Alright, we're looking for like a medium-high heat. I'm looking for like a 6.5 on the Richter scale for that. So I got that going, and once that's nice and heated up, then we'll start getting the chicken in the pan. I'm gonna wash my hands really quick. 1 second. in general, I really like this particular way that I'm going to be. I mean, it's nothing like, no, my way of doing chicken isn't like really going to be different from probably anybody else that does chicken, but I like doing it so that way it's like now would be the time that I'd normally go clean the knife, and so I'll just put that in the sink for right now. I'll get to that later. And then it's like I can get all the chicken once I get all the chicken off the cutting board, then I can like clean that while the chicken's cooking, and then by the time I'm all done cooking, I'm all fucking done with the dishes, so it's all gonna be good. Were you cutting it diagonal? Were you cutting it diagonal? Why are you and should I? I'm just cutting it into small pieces. Just I showed first. A lot of times, if I was trying to make it look a little bit more fancy, then I'd cut it. I'd butterfly it, just kind of cut it in half, so it just so that it just folds open if I was trying to make it look nice. But I'm not trying to really make it look nice. I'm just trying to make it so that it cooks faster is what I'm trying to get done here. So once I got all my little chicken giblets, I'm just gonna kind of lay them out on the cutting board here. Oh shit, that's a gigantic piece of chicken. Well, whatever. It's not really thick, so we'll just call that fine. I'm just gonna lay it out, and then I can salt and pepper this shenanigans. This pan is gonna be getting just about right about when I get all this crap seasoned up, and that's not gonna take me long. And now that I just got my hands all over the chicken again, I'm gonna have to wash my hands again. The pan's getting really it's close. It's not quite there. Chicken is slang for prostitute in Chinese. What? Fucking shenanigans. This is... Yeah. Well, see, I didn't hammer it. This is an unhammered chicken. So if I was to send this to a customer on Cook Serve Delicious, they'd fucking send it right back. You fucking know they would. Alright, so I'm just going to throw a bunch of salt and pepper on top of these, and then we're going to get them in the pan. And I'm going to use some peanut oil. I pretty much use peanut oil for everything. I don't really care what any kind of dish calls for as far as oil goes. I just use peanut oil because it's got a high temperature tolerance, and I just have it in this fancy glass bottle that I got for $2. It's fucking awesome. But I'm going to get some salt and pepper. I'm using kosher salt because I want to be more like Elton Brown. But kosher salt's pretty nice because it's nice and big and flaky. So it kind of is going to give you a little bit of a crust on your chicken. We're going to get quite a bit of salt on there. And I'm kind of turning my pepper grinder. If you didn't know, every pepper grinder you got this wheel on it. If you tighten it all the way down, then it's going to be a really fine pepper, really fine. And if you loosen it up, then you're getting a little bit more chunky. I'm going to turn it just a little bit on the chunky side, just so we get some kind of bigger pepper chunks. I don't think I'm going to be able to get all this chicken in the pan at once. I might be able to. I probably can't. Alright, so we got the salt and pepper on here. The pan's definitely fucking hot. I'd put some water in it just to test it, but I can already fucking tell it's good. So we got a decent bit of oil in there. You can kind of see it. It's not too big of a deal. And we're just going to start laying this chicken in. Just start laying it. Obviously the stuff we get in the pan first is going to get done first, but it's not going to be we're going to be turning the chicken a couple of times, so everything's going to get done. The whole idea is just because I cut it vaguely evenly, so that way we don't end up with a bunch of chicken that's some pieces that are way thick and they're not going to be done anywhere near in time. That sound though, That's the sound of deliciousness. That Maillard effect, Maillard reaction going to town. Kind of running out of room here. I guess I'm going to have to go ahead and just do it in a couple batches. Like if I wanted to kind of be... I could probably make that fit. I'll just fucking wait. Whatever. Not too big of a deal. So I got that chicken going, and basically, like, because it's in these like small bits, what we're gonna be able to do is like you can like see like we're getting white spots on the chicken. Like you can see it's coming up. Like it's real easy to tell when the chicken's, you know, if you're worried about like raw chicken, like it's not gonna be a problem here because like we can see like how far the chicken's kind of cooking up, you know. So that's nice. But I'm gonna, since I just handled all that chicken and I gotta get more salt and pepper on this, I'm gonna rewash my hands one more time. Too much RNG. This is the most RNG game of life I've ever seen in my life. Actually got a towel over here. Alright, so what I got that I didn't show, this is my secret chicken weapon right here. We got these nice little tongs. In fact, the tongs themselves aren't really that great, but I think tongs are really fucking awesome when you're dealing with chicken. How much HP does the chicken heal? Yeah, it depends on if it's raw or cooked. That's definitely a pretty significant factor, to say the least. Wow, these graphics are so amazing. I know, right? They're absurd. See, the problem that I have with these particular things is like they're not solid all the way through. It's like if I put my finger in here, let's see if I can angle it. Like you can see like the lips of it like kind of flex out. So it's like if you're just trying to grab something with the tip, they don't work very well. So like a solid pair of tongs would be great, but I don't have those. This is what I got. Oh, I forgot the salt and pepper this side. I gotta get that going. Gotta fling some salt and pepper in there. I do that all the time because, like, typically, like, this would be the time that I'm, like, kind of working on dishes, is, like, when this stuff kind of goes in. And I like pepper quite a bit, so, like, I kind of go a little bit ham with the pepper. Not like, crazy, though. But, so we're gonna get these flipped. Nice. See that? They're all gonna look nice and dark like that. That's fucking beautiful. That looks absolutely phenomenal. This piece is like kind of bigger. I'm gonna leave that one there. Fuck that one. That one's beautiful. And remember, I like kind of started on this side and I like worked my way around. It's not like the end of the world if I fucking flip one before the other, but I mean I can kind of, you know, guesstimate. Oh my god, that looks delicious. That sounds great. It sounds great, it looks great. Alright, come on chicken. These tongs are like my best friend. If you're like trying to flip this, like with two forks it's like not bad, but this way I can, you know, have my other hand for, you know, whatever. So this, so now I'll get to these bigger pieces last. Kind of get them flipped. Oh, that looks awesome. I'm just gonna set the spatula in there. You can hear it. I can't even like barely hear myself over that shit. It sounds really good and it looks really good too. So we'll give it a couple of minutes on this side. So like what I'm talking about is like this is like really awesome for me because it's like this is going, and then like once I get this other, like once this chicken is in that same situation as the pan, it's like I go and I get this clean, and we're like. Then it's like all I gotta do is figure out like just like wipe out the pan, non-stick, you know, just wipe it out with some paper towel, and we're gonna be like freaking fantastic. Basically what we're going to be doing. I definitely, as far as like, I don't know, like, we could definitely set this stream up a little bit. Like, I know there's like a big fucking black bar, like, that's like up here, that like is annoying, but I'll figure something out for that as far as like doing the cooking stuff goes, but like, I'm not, I didn't really kind of figure anything out to do this episode. I just knew that I needed to do some chicken. Or I wanted to cook up some chicken today. Well, not sure what you're making, but it's but some fresh garlic and a little lemon would go a long way if you enjoy the garlic flavor. Absolutely Uncanny. We're just doing super simple, just salt and pepper for this one. But kind of like I was saying earlier, it's like, I love, like, when I like cut up all these kind of little medallions out of the chicken breast. I really like doing that because it's like, I'll do like maybe half of that amount. I'll do it like that, just the salt and pepper, right? And then like I'll do another one, and I'll do like really heavy on the pepper, and then get some lemon in there. Just do like some delicious freaking lemon pepper chicken. Like, that's really good too. And I'll just like, it's like a great time to like experiment with it, because it's like, you make like, maybe you make this much of it. You know, you really like the salt and pepper chicken, and it's awesome. And it's like, okay, well, the next pan, let's try it with some fucking honey and lemon. Why not? Because honey and lemon is really good too. You could put that, you could like, probably want to put some water in the pan after they're like kind of browned up. Like, when they're at this point, like, you could put some water and honey. Because if you just put honey in there, it's going to like go boom, like it's going to fucking go away really quick. Like, yeah, garlic and honey would be really good as well. But like, you can mix and match stuff. Like, that's why I like kind of doing it in little bits like this. Because like, you can just kind of do it one way you like, and then kind of experiment with like the little bit that's left over. You want garlic bread now? Oh no! So we're looking right about good here. Yeah, they're looking freaking great. That big one's got a little bit to go yet, but I mean, they're pretty much all done here. Making sure nothing's going to be sticking. I'm gonna actually gotta get a little plastic container that I'm gonna be putting that in, and then I gotta cook the rest of this. But it's amazing, you can make 3 portions, all different kinds, if you want to test some flavors out. Yeah, exactly. It's freaking really, that's what it's really all about. I mean, you get, you know, if you figure out how to make like one thing, then maybe you can. Sometimes I know I like getting the habit of like, well, I don't want to make this, so I'll just keep making this like over and over again. But it's nice to like be able to portion some stuff out and just experiment. Place my chicken cheese steaks on garlic bread with fresh parm. Ooh, that sounds pretty fucking amazing, actually. Are you going to stream any games later? Yeah, at 2 p.m. Eastern is my normal stream time. We do stream 7 days a week as well. So, yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern. How many people would this feed? This is 3 chicken breasts, and like for me. All right, we're done here. I've actually overdid it a little bit because I was kind of talking. But these are definitely done. I'm going to get them right off of the pan because they're done. This would feed like fill 2 adults. I mean, you could feed like, if like typically for me and Kuro, like if we're going to be eating this or something like that, like I'll cook up 3 chicken breasts. Then we'll have some rice with it, and then we're like stuffed for dinner. It's kind of like what we would be typically doing. But like you could do this like with any kind of a side. I'm just gonna wipe this out real quick. Just a couple of bits in there that I don't want. And then we're gonna get some more oil in the pan. We're gonna get that back in there. Could feed 2 to 3, depends on how much you eat, unless pair it with rice salad. Yeah, we have a rice cooker, and that is like the best damn thing that I've ever purchased. Well, actually, it wasn't even, I didn't even purchase it. I actually kind of like splash it in there. That's not really like what you want to do. You need to kind of like you. I hope that like you're not afraid of the heat of the pan, because you really shouldn't be. And like what you kind of want to not do is you don't want to just like throw stuff in there. Like you're really way better off. Like I'm just putting it in there, you know, like even in that oil. Like if I were to just throw it in that, like I'm gonna get splashed. But I just place it in there, you know. You just be careful. That's all you gotta do. Is be careful. I don't want to hear about people burning themselves. Well, Billy told me to throw it in the pan. Fuck you. I didn't tell you to throw it in the pan. Okay, just please don't hurt yourself. You can't, like, don't be afraid of the heat. The heat's your friend. Like, if you're putting your chicken in the pan, or if you're putting any kind of a meat in the pan, and you don't hear that, like, fucking take it out. Like, it's not hot enough yet. You need that sizzle. That, like, browning that goes on in the chicken. It's a Maillard reaction. It's, like, really important. And it makes everything taste really fucking great. I have I didn't talk about my setup. I just kind of had stuff ready to go. I had, like, a wet paper towel underneath of the cutting board. I'm going to take the cutting board away. Normally, this would be that would be the time that I'm, like, washing that, but... So I have this wet paper towel, boom, ready to go. Let's wipe this down. If you just do a little bit of like kind of cleanup as you go, then you're going to be a mile ahead of the game by the time you're done cooking, which is great. Just going to wash my hands really quick. I've actually got a bar towel right here, which is perfect. I got a whole freaking drawer just full of bar towels, which is great. Now you're thinking about bacon sizzling. Yeah, I'm not really a huge fan of having to cook bacon. If I'm going to have bacon, I'll go to like fucking Denny's or something. I'm kind of being sloppy with my salt. That's fine. But you can see it like cooking up the sides, right? Like that's like, especially when you cook it in the smaller pieces, like you can see how far along it is. Like if you've got if you're cooking like a whole chicken breast, frequently what you gotta end up doing is like you cook it in the pan like just to get the sear on it, and then you're gonna have to cook it in the oven the rest of the way. Yeah, we're doing chicken, Larson's. Bacon is so much better from the oven. Put it in the wire rack in the, over a sheet pan. It's super crispy without getting dry. That sounds really fucking great, White. You ever bread them with some panko, Billy? I just last time, I didn't do it with panko breadcrumbs. What I did last time, I did chicken. Oh, that's looking good. It's a little bit done, but that's fine. What I did last time is I took like a plastic bag. Whoops, shit. There we go. What I did last time is I took a plastic bag and I like put like a couple of tablespoons of flour in it with like a bunch of salt and pepper in with the flour, and then I just took about like half of the chicken that I did and I put it in the bag and I just shook the piss out of it. So then you get like a nice little coating of flour, and I put like a little bit extra oil in the pan. I'm gonna turn the heat down. We don't really have that much chicken in there, you know, not as much as last time, so there's still, it's really hot. But yeah, you could definitely just make your own frickin'. In fact, like and it's like if you do your own kind of like breading on your chicken, like then you're going to be in business, because like right when it's done, like right out of the pan, if you have a sauce that you want it to be covered in, you right out of the pan into the sauce. Like when it's nice and hot, and like it's gonna freaking like really take in a lot of that, like the sticky goodness, you know, of like whatever kind of, like if you have like a honey dip or whatever, you can just like put it in a bowl and like mix it, like throw the breaded chicken like right onto it. I think I'm gonna push them off to the side because you know the hottest part's gonna be where the flame is, but they need a little bit more time in there, I think. This is making me too hungry. I'm sorry, Jenny. For my first cooking stream, I had fully intended to crush Doritos instead of breadcrumbs. Oh, Jenny, no, that's not okay though. Seriously, I was planning on doing a salsa and like some kind of doing like a snack food kind of a thing, but like I just knew I was gonna cook chicken before the stream today, and then I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. You know what? I had to like pull all my stuff out of my stream room from my stream PC and get it all set up in here, and I'm just like, all right, screw it. Let's just test it. I don't care. We'll give it a shot. I'm gonna turn the heat right off. I'm gonna try and turn this one kind of thick piece on its side. Let that one finish like that. It's not seared enough. More flavor. I can get more flavor out of you chicken bits. There's more flavor to be had. On there. Yes. Okay. Well, the heat's off of there. It's just kind of finishing off with the residual heat. And you can hear it, like there's plenty of heat left in it. I've done breading for fish, with crushed potato chips and egg mixture. It worked okay. I probably wouldn't do it again. Yeah, I don't like doing breading on fish usually myself. You've used croutons before as well. There you go. A chicken cutlet hoagie with roasted red peppers. Jeez. See, roasted red peppers, those are too expensive. Red peppers, Jesus. Like I got like a paper bag of like sweet potatoes for when I make hash. And like one of my favorite things to do with hash is like do like you can do normal like potatoes. Like I like kind of doing like a red like any kind of a red potato, but with like red peppers and like a sausage and onions and stuff like that. But like it's just so much cheaper just to do it without the red pepper, because you could get like 10 onions for the cost of one freaking red pepper. Could you recook this if you don't? Could you recook this if you don't eat it all? Yeah, I'm not eating all this. I mean, I could probably put it away. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to be eating all of it. I'm going to be put it in the fridge, and then you can heat it up one of two ways. I mean, you could throw it in the microwave for a minute, or like not even a minute. Like they're so small, like 30 seconds if they were spread out would be more than enough. But like usually what I'll do is I'll take a pan, and then just put foil on it and then just throw it in the oven for a little bit. Jarred roasted peppers used to be like $2, way cheaper than the real red peppers. That's a good idea, Tomato. That's probably a good idea. Have to make sure it's properly cooled before putting it in the fridge. Well, in Michigan, the health department law is that it has to be cooled down below 180 in 2 hours, and then, or rather down to, what is it, 90 or something, and then it has to be down, and then in 2 hours after that it has to be down below 41. So as long as you're not like, if I was to like take all this and then put it in this, and then this too, just in there, and then put a lid sealed on it in the fridge, like it's not going to be cool in 4 hours, but it's going to be, but it's like if I put it separated out into a couple of them, if I separate it out into a couple of them, and then don't put the lid on it and put it in the fridge, like they're going to be fine. What oil did you use, Billy? Is it a really good dripping pan? No, it's a non-stick pan, but I use peanut oil is what I'm using. Like I didn't use much, like just about like a couple of tablespoons for each pan of it that I did. But I use peanut oil for just about anything, like I had said earlier in the video. Like I use it, like when I make waffles. Like over Christmas, we got a waffle iron. I use the peanut oil. It calls for like some other kind of fucking oil, but I'm like, fuck you, I use peanut oil, and it's fine, you know. But I like it because it has a high smoke point. Like it can take a lot of punishment, and yeah, because like if I were to like put olive oil in that pan, like when I've got it like a medium high heat, like it's gonna smoke, and peanut oil is not gonna smoke like that. I've been more concerned about raising the fridge temperature than have a just cooked meat not cooling fast enough. Right? Yeah, that's definitely true. And then where do we just put that stuff outside? Yeah, for sure. Like, my uncle would do the same thing. Like, if he was making, like, a huge pot of soup, like, he'll just fucking throw it outside with a rock. How'd you end up using your webcam setup? Are they attached to a laptop, or are you streaming this off my normal streaming PC? Yeah, I'm using my stream PC. And what, like, this camera that you're seeing, like, that I'm pointing at right here, that's my webcam. This is my, like, my actual camera. That's like, you guys can see it right here. Like this is, you can see the edge of it. Like that's my actual camera that you're actually able to see the food with. So like you're seeing, that's like this camera is my old webcam that I always used to use. And then when I upgraded to my stream PC setup, so like I hauled my stream PC into the kitchen and I got it set up and brought a monitor. The real bitch of it was like bringing all the cables. Though that was a fucking nightmare. Oh my goodness. You have a good webcam setup for streaming board games. I wonder if I could make it work for cooking. You probably could. I mean, I just kind of threw it together. Like, this webcam is, like, you're literally sitting on my monitor right now. So, like, I don't know, it's whatever. Like, it just was the best position that I could get in. You can see the TARDIS! There's the TARDIS right there. Sorry. Are they sized, or, like, 1 or 2 bites? They're, like, a couple of bites. They're not, like... I'm not gonna like take one and like put it in my mouth. That's they're too big. Like I just kind of, the reason I cut them small, like normally I just like I said, I just kind of cut the breast in half, like just kind of butterfly it. But my fridge is bigger on the inside. Well, that is the fridge. That's the fridge right there. This thing that it's sitting on, that's not a fridge. Yeah. So it's just like really big. It's a really big fridge. It's just really small on the outside, yeah. But I cut it up small for a couple of reasons, because I kind of talked about being able to kind of mix things up as far as you know, doing it like I did it all salt and pepper, just real basic. But it's like this is kind of like my favorite way to have it. But like that way you can like kind of like do it in like little batches and like test this out. Okay, that's good. Like, and then you test out, like you try it out a different way. You make it most the way you like it, and you try it a little bit of it some other way. It's whatever. It's all about experimentation. 5 gallons of peanut oil for some reason. My God, that's a lot of peanut oil. Doing chicken this way, eating cold with salad or wraps is great. A lot of times what I'll do, as I even have them over here, I got these little tortilla shells. They're just like, I don't know how many fucking inches they are. But these like little kind of mini ones, and then I'll take this chicken and I'll just chop it up, and then fine shred some lettuce, and then I'll either use the salsa that I made, or I'll just use the jar salsa. Do you have a sous vide circulator? No, I'm not that fancy. I have the cutting board that you guys saw me using is my pretty crappy cutting board. The monitor's actually sitting on my really large cutting board. I have a really nice big cutting board, and it's really great, but the problem with it is it's too big for like a home kitchen. It's like for a restaurant. All right, yeah, no problem, Rango. We're gonna be wrapping it up here so I can eat some of this, and then I gotta reset up for the normal stream, and it's gonna take me a while to fucking set that up. So, well, we'll see how long it takes me. I don't plan. We're gonna be starting on time at 2 p.m., but it's gonna be close. What's up, Steel? How you doing, man? But yeah, I'm not even using my normal microphone. I'm not gonna eat my chicken. I'm not gonna eat it on camera, Jenny. I'll eat it off camera. And I gotta clean up too. But I can actually just take this and get this out of the way, and I can wipe out the pan pretty much. It's pretty much good to go. Just so I can get this out of the damn way. Oh yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to, like, I knew I needed to cook this, and I just figured I'd just give it a shot just to set it up, because it's like a pretty daunting task, you know, to pull everything down. You didn't mean on camera. Okay, good. Setting all the stuff up, because I had to like disassemble a lot of stuff. But it's good practice, because for like a mobile streaming setup, like if I'm ever not able to be home, like if I'm going to be planning on streaming elsewhere, then I need to have a setup like this. Like I need to have practice breaking it down and building it up. Think about setting up a webcam laptop, then using my phone to give point of view cam. Any tips for someone who else is doing the first live cooking stream today? I mean, this is my very first one here, Crispy. So I mean, this is, you could give it a, if you can link it up, then yeah, I don't see why not. You could, but I don't really have any experience with like mobile kind of camera stuff, sadly. Although eating on stream is a thing, yeah. Not for me though. I do enough eating off stream, okay? I don't need to do it on stream too. Hope you keep doing them sometime. Yeah, I do plan on it. And like I said, like the first thing that I wanted to do was like making salsa, but I don't have the stuff for salsa. Like I need Roma tomatoes, and I don't have any. And no, I have onions. I think I even have a can of tomatoes. Yep, I do. Yeah, so like this will kind of like whenever I do cooking streams, like this will be the thing. Like we'll do it beforehand, like before the normal stream. Kind of like, you know, I was talking about us maybe doing some morning streams when we do like some games that are a little bit out of the ordinary for us. Like that's what I'm talking about doing. People actually make a living by streaming, then eating. Weird as fuck. No, yeah, I know. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've used a phone over Wi-Fi as a mobile camera for convention presentations. Okay, well then that might, yeah, there you go. Well, then I don't see why it couldn't work then. Absolutely. Get the burst laser. Oh shit! There's no burst lasers here. Do you not see burst lasers? But yeah, so I'm gonna break everything down, and then we're gonna be planning on being back at 2 as usual. So I guess that's gonna be it for today. We got a nice little 45 minutes streaming for the first time Billy cooking show, and yeah, it went fine. You know, I didn't burn anything, and I didn't cut myself, and I'll call that a win in my book. So. Still have work to do as far as like the camera goes, but I think like this is like okay. Like you guys kind of like get to see like, you know, this area is like pretty good. Like you get to see what's going on in the pan. You get to see like chopping things and whatnot. So yeah. So I'll be back at 2 p.m. as always. We made some nice little salt, pepper, pan-seared chicken. GG, well played. I ruined it, but yeah, so we'll see you at 2 p.m. So just a little bit over an hour, and we're gonna be. It is Wednesday, so we're gonna be doing FTL. Remember, so a less intensive setup. I'd love to see more cooking. Yeah, it would be definitely pretty cool. So, all right, yeah. Was not expecting this. Cool. Yeah, it was definitely pretty interesting. Definitely a change. So, have a great one, guys, and we'll see you. Where's my? Oh, there we go. Have a great one, guys. We'll see you in an hour for FTL, because it is Wednesday, so we're going to be doing FTL.